Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you're here because I have something in the back of the truck that I think is pretty neat. This is the lid to my septic tank. It's exposed because when we bought the property, we had to have the tank pumped out and inspected. Now, this lid is buried about 12 inches underground, and it's a 30-inch cement lid, about 3 inches thick. I left it open, well, not covered up, the lid is still there. I left it open because I didn't want to just cover it back up with 12 inches of dirt, because in the future when I want to have the tank pumped, it's going to be a hassle to dig it out. So I wanted to put a riser and a lid so that it would be easy to pump out in the future. When I went to the precast cement company today, my intention was to buy a 10 or 12 inch cement riser, which is a ring of cement, and a cast iron manhole cover, and that would bring up the level so that I could put the dirt around it and the top of the tank would be accessible through that manhole cover. I like that idea a lot, but when I got there, they sold me something that might be a better alternative. Now, the manhole cover was $250, the riser was another $80, so for about half that price, I got the same setup in plastic. There are advantages and disadvantages to both, of course. First of all, the concrete ring with the cast iron lid, you could drive over that without any problem. That's going to hold up probably forever. But the advantage of the plastic in my book, first of all, it was the cost, but also it's so nice and lightweight. These components are stackable and, again, very lightweight. I'm not going to be driving over this tank. It's in an area on the corner of the building here where you can step on this, but I don't have to worry about driving over it. So I'm not worried about the strength of it, although it's still pretty strong. I'm sure you can't drive over it. But I think just the ease of use is the biggest advantage. So we're going to put this ring on and see how it looks. The first thing I have to do is expose the lid, which we've already done, and then really clean it off, and then get the lid off of here. Now, without having the riser and the plastic lid, you'd have to dig this up every time you want to pump the tank. And I think that's one reason people don't pump their tanks as often as they should, because out of sight, out of mind. You know, this thing's buried under the ground with grass over it, and we honestly just don't even think about it until there's a problem. But by having that lid there, it's going to be a lot more convenient, and maybe we'll pump more often. Now, if I can just lift the lid back without falling into the tank. All right. I'm not going to need this lid again, so if I can get it out of here. There we go. Roll it back. Before putting the ring down, I've just got to clean around the edge of this cement tank. So I'll just use this spade shovel. It just rained last night, so unfortunately there's a lot of mud around here. Even though I was told I could just brush the dirt off around the edge, I want to spray it down because it's pretty muddy. And there's a seal that goes around. I want to make sure that that seal keeps groundwater from going in the tank. So this is the base. This is what goes up against the tank. It's got this flat area here, and that goes against the tank. And then right on top of this, You could put your lid directly onto this base, but since my tank is 12 inches underground, I'm going to add this 12-inch riser. And that 12-inch riser gets screwed to this base. Now the base doesn't get screwed or mounted to the tank in any way other than this thick black butyl tape that they provide. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick, and this gets put all around this edge and pressed down, and then this will seal, you know, take up any imperfections and whatnot and seal this. And of course you're going to have dirt piled against it as well, which is going to hold it into place. So the first thing we're going to do is put this butyl tape around this seal and then lay it down on top of the tank. It's sticky all right, and it stretches, so I can close up my little gap here that I have where the two ends come together. I'll just stick them together like that, then I'll stretch the edges around. Nice. All right, and then we'll lay this end down. Let's go do that. Nice fit. They told me I could step right down on that. All right, there's the riser. And the holes line up. Like that. And then we'll put the screws in. So that's it as far as mounting the base and the riser, and then the lid just screws on top of that. It also has 6 screws, and there's a gasket as well, so you're not going to have any odor coming up to worry about. And it's really, it looks like a trash can lid, but it's really solid material. So we'll put this on, and then we'll just shovel the dirt around. That'll hold everything in place. Beautiful. That's nice. Now there is a small clean out for the baffle under here, so I put this block here just as a reminder for that it's straight under there. But otherwise, we probably won't need to get to that doing any kind of clean outs. We'll be able to just take this lid off and do the clean out. So I'm happy with that. It still needs a little bit more fill. I'll have to bring some in because I want to bring it up to the level of these blocks here, which will make that lid basically level with the ground. So I'm really happy with the way that looks. Not happy with using a shovel. So if you're anything like me, you avoid the shovel at all costs. So that was well worth it to me. Simple little project that you can do if you find a place to buy those components locally. Again, I went to a precast company that makes septic tanks and lids and those kind of things, and they sold those. So you have that option. You have the cement riser option. You could put a cement riser and just put the cement lid back on top of it, or get the cement riser and put the cast iron manhole cover on, which I still like that idea. I like the look of that, but this I thought was worth a shot. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.